Hey guys, I'm just a freak, and yeah, I plan to do my haul for the month of May. I've got, I think, 23 packages, and one is a big one over here. So yeah, what can I say? Grab a drink, make yourself comfortable, because this is gonna take a while. We're gonna have some fun, hopefully, and yeah, let's get to it. So first, um, let's see what we have in this one. I hope that it almost opened correctly, and it seems like we have Ryuko. So this is from someone, an editor that normally doesn't do manga. So this is from Titan Comics, and I heard some things about the quality. Yeah, it kind of seems a little bit flimsy, but I still wanted to have this manga because it looked pretty interesting, and I heard good things about it. So yeah, from Titan Comics, Ryuko. This is about girl who is part of the Japanese mafia from Yakuza. She's stationed in the Middle East. From there, she goes to China, where she gets involved with some gangs over there. So yeah, a lot of action, a lot of violence, and I'm gonna have fun with it. And let me search for some color pages that are, I don't know, a little bit friendly. So yeah, this is how the art looks like. I'm gonna search for some pages because I know that this series is quite violent, and on my last video I've got some report for violence. So yeah, here it is. So the art looks quite different, quite interesting, and finally have it. I was afraid at some point that it will go out of print, but luckily I was able to get it. And guess what? Because this is kind of pricey, I got it in a really big sale. Because for some reason at some point, Book Depository sold this for, I don't know, a quarter of the price. And not only that, a lot of manga from this haul, I think, were bought in the same manner from them. Okay, let's see what we have in this package. From what you can see, it looks like it had some water damage, so I hope that the book inside is safe and sound. And almost, but I think it can be fixed. So yeah, this is another volume. This is volume 4 from Overlord, and I hope that I have also 2 and 3, because I recently read in April the first volume. I really enjoyed it. I know that some people are saying that the light novel is better, but I'm gonna stick with the manga for now. I'm a manga guy. I read some light novels, but normally I prefer the pictures, the cool pictures. And here is some art from it. And I think that water damage can be easily fixed with because it wasn't. I don't even know if it's water damage or it was just bent in the packaging, but it should be okay. Batman, no, please don't start. Just wait 20 minutes, and after that you can start messing up this video. Okay guys, next one is Your Name. This is volume 2 from a side story, a spin-off from the Your Name series manga, light novel, movie by Makoto Shinkai. So this is practically another side, Earthbound, and it's the story told from the other perspective. So first of all, there came out a light novel for this, and a while ago they also put out the manga, and yeah, it's volume 2 because it was on sale and the other one wasn't, and I picked this one first. I hope that this will also get an anime adaptation because I loved that movie and I normally really like everything done by Makoto Shinkai. Next one, let's see what we have here. And from the looks of it, it's volume 10 from Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon on the side, because it's a side story, a spin-off. And the spin-off is Sword Oratoria. And let me find something that's not brutally violent. I hope that this is okay. So yeah, as I said, this is a spin-off from Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon. I really like the main series. I also started to read this one and it's quite nice. There is also an anime out also for this and for the main series. So if you're not sure if you want to start with the manga for either one of the stories in this universe, you could try a couple of episodes on Crunchyroll for the anime. Yeah, it's pretty good. I know it's kind of like an RPG system manga series. It has a lot of fantasy in it, all that fantasy fighting system and everything like that, and it's quite great. It involves a set of familias that are practically somehow like guilds, but they practically are held by they having the center of that familia. They have a goddess because gods came down to earth to help the humans, and they kind of renounce their powers. So now they have to create a family that worships them, and together with that family they have to create something new and something that's working. Okay, really nice. So this is volume 2 from Leviusist. This is the sequel to the series. And I also read the first volume from this one last month for a readathon, and it was quite great. To be honest, the first volume of this sequel, I liked it more than the main series. Most of it because it got to more deep inside some information about the characters and so on that were lacking in the main series, so it was confusing in the main one, not in the sequel, a little bit to just dive in the story without knowing that much. But yeah, it's quite great. The art is interesting. Sometimes it gets a little bit messy in the fights, but yeah, hopefully in this one the mangaka will improve a little bit, so the fights will be a little bit more, the fighting scenes will become a little bit more clear. But yeah, we'll see. So far I'm enjoying it and it's quite fun. Why am I always having trouble with packages? And next one is volume number 7 from Goblin Slayer, a total brutal series with a guy that slays goblins. I like the anime a lot for this series, so right now I'm picking up the manga and also the side stories from the mangas. I also have a figure with the Goblin Slayer, this guy over here. And yeah, pretty solid series. It's really on the edge, so it has a lot of bad stuff. The first volume starts with some really brutal stuff, so if you're not into that, stay away from it. But if you like fantasy role-playing style of mangas and you're okay with a little bit of violence and etchiness, try it out. And also again, anime is up on Crunchyroll. If you don't want to start picking up a manga that you don't know anything about, try to watch one or two episodes there. And let me see if I can find something decent. And yeah, I have it here. So this is like this is how the art looks like. It's quite good, nothing mind-blowing or anything, but it's great, and I enjoy it. Next one, it's this one. Then we have a lot of volumes in here. As I said, it's gonna take a lot of time, but I know of you guys, but I love unboxing manga. I love unboxing stuff. So this is the 5th volume from Kakegurui Twin, with a really crazy cover, if I may say. And this is put out by Yen Press. And why am I picking up this and not the main series? Because it's pretty expensive. I also want to pick up the main series, but so far, as I've seen the anime for the main one, and this is the story before the anime, if I'm not mistaken, from what I read so far at least. It's more about Mary. I said that at first I'm gonna start with the side stories, and right now I have volume 1 and 3 or something like that, and I'm kind of picking them up when I get the chance and when I find them on a good deal, because as a rule, never buy at full price if it's not out of print. You will always get a sale on volumes. And yeah, it's about because it's Kakegurui Compulsive Gambler. It's about a school where only the high people in society to go, the children of the people that are politicians or state officials and stuff like that, or that have big corporations. And practically the whole rules in the school are evolved around gambling and winning gambles and beating your opponent in gambling and in other mind tricks, kind of sets you higher up on the ranking of society, if I must say. And yeah, it's pretty fun. A lot of psychological things in it, because people are always on the edge, and yeah, I'm having fun with Kakegurui. Next one. See, it can happen. It can be a perfect peeling. Okay, so this is the 2nd volume from Ryuko, and this will complete the series, because the series only 2 volumes, so that's why I was saying that I wanted to pick it up, because it's short, and if it's a series has potential and I like the synopsis, the plot, and it's only 2 volumes, I'm definitely gonna try it. And yeah, expect first impression at some point regarding this one, because I'm excited to dive into it. Let's see about this one. Okay, 1 out of how many? It's even worse when this happens. And it looks like we have another volume from Overlord, and this is volume 3, so that means I have 3 and 4. Hopefully I have 2 in this, because I want to continue reading it. Here's some art. Yeah, the art is pretty decent in this one. Pretty decent. Next. I hope that the ones that are making the packages are watching this. I know that they are not, but I hope, because they can find some tips in these videos. Okay, so next it's another manga by Tsutomu Nihei. This is a new one coming out right now. It's Apozems, and it's volume 4 put out by Vertical. I have 1 through 3, and I'm gonna pick up everything done by Tsutomu Nihei. And as you can see, it has his art, but a difference from the other ones is that this is more on the whites instead of blacks, because if you read anything by Tsutomu Nihei, he uses black a lot, and he's using white to define the scenes and stuff like that. And this one is a little bit in reverse. I've read a couple of chapters from this series so far, and it's quite interesting. Practically, it's regarding a world where the human body, it's mangled together with something called, I don't know, something like a fighting suit or something like that, and they are fighting something called dolls. I don't know, it's really strange. It's Tsutomu Nihei, and I just tried it a little bit because I was curious, but I want to wait until I have more from him because I know that I'm gonna like it. Let me grab a drink. Next one looks like a bigger book inside of this. Oh yeah, so that's how you do it. This is a package. And this is the last omnibus from Prison School. I'm missing only a few, by the way, from Prison School. I've read it all because I couldn't wait. I've read it all. I watched the anime because this series is crazy hilarious. This mangaka is also putting out right now another series based on superheroes that I'm kind of watching to get a sale on it. But yeah, I have volume 14 now. I'm still missing 3 omnibuses to have this all in my collection, and I can't wait to get them because I really like this series. It's really ecchi, so if you're not into that, stay away. But God, the comedy in it, and I don't know, it's how idiotic everything gets from time to time, how the whole situations, it's incredible. Because in this series, if you don't know anything about Prison School, a couple of guys are enrolled on the school that has only girls in it. So there's 4 guys in a school full of girls with high rules, with a student council that is really strict. And in the first day they kind of try to peep in the girls' bathroom, and they get caught, and they are put in some kind of prison, and they are constantly suffering, constantly getting into all kind of trouble, and it was really funny. And this is the last volume of the series, because this is a 2-in-1 by Ant Press, and the series has 28 volumes. And the art is something like this. Even the art it's quite good and quite fun. Next one, this is a little bit light, and another cool package. God damn it, I think that they are listening. Okay, so this is volume 3 from a series that I recently started to pick up. I picked up the first 2 volumes in sale on Amazon for, I don't know, €2 each volumes. And guess what? This was part of a sale on Book Depository, and it was €3 or something like that. So I got every volume from this series new and crazy cheap. And practically in this series there was a fight between a guy called Calamity or something like that, and the guy who was the god of the dead, the necromancer, the god of corpses or something like that, the necromancer. And my guess is that he lost the fight or something like that, but he managed to start the reincarnation process and he was reincarnated during our times in the body of a high schooler, and he just wants to have a normal life, but it looks like he won't have the chance because people are after him and so on. And let me find something, because this is a seinen manga, so it's gonna have some brutality in it, and yeah, it involves a necromancer, so yeah, this is how the art looks like. And yeah, next one. Okay, so this is definitely not good, at least I see there the book depository stuff, and it should be safe, and it is. No damage on this one, quite nice, because this is quite expensive. This is Citrus, this is volume 10, and I'm guessing that volume 10 is the last, from what I remember, it's the last volume. And here is some art. This has no spoilers in it, that page, because I saw the anime for this one on Crunchyroll, and I also want to read the manga, but again, these are expensive. These are put out by 7 Seas, and as you can see, $14 a pop, and I don't know why, but they don't get on sale, at least normally, because I have only volume 1 and 8 or something like that at the moment. But I found it on sale, so I picked it up. Can't wait to have them all and read them, because this will be a quick read in my impression. And it's a Yuri. It's a love story between two stepsisters, kind of started to be stepsisters one day, and one thing led to another, and they had to deal with living together, and they don't get along for a while, but you know, living with someone and sharing things normally ends up in something better than just hate. And this is volume 7 from Sword Oratoria. This is a volume that I was missing. I think I'm also missing volume 8, but I'll try to pick that up with the first chance that I get. So yeah, volume 7 from Sword Oratoria. And the 5th volume from O Maidens in Your Savage Season. So I'm picking these volumes from time to time. This is practically a high school story. It involves the book club from that school, and the people that attend that book club kind of reach puberty, and they start to get, as it normally is, they start to get more interested in what this whole sexual thing that they are feeling means and all that stuff, and they kind of try to dive into it a little bit and have discussion about it, and they do that using their book club. So haven't started it yet. I heard a lot of good things about it, and I know that I'm gonna like this one. And here's how the art looks like. It's quite good, and haven't started it yet because I don't have volume 1. I bought every volume on sale, but I'm missing volume 1. But I can't wait to start it, because I know that it's one of those series that are gonna stick with me, you know. Next, let's see. Nice. So this is volume 2 from Stravaganza, and hopefully one day I'll get volume 1 and 3 to complete the series. It's really nice. I didn't know that this one had French flaps. So this is practically the story of a girl who's a princess, and you know that with royalty and everything like that, you're not allowed to conduct violence and do a lot of stuff that normal people are allowed to do. But she has this rebel attitude, and she wants to fight, she wants to dress up in armor and everything like that. So what she does is she practically strips from her royal dresses, and she starts to wear an armor, and she goes to fight a lot of monsters and so on. And yeah, this is how the art looks like. And let me find something that it's safe. And again, can't wait to get also volume 1, because this is a 2-in-1, and I think volume 1 is also 2-in-1, and volume 3 is a 3-in-1. So yeah, we'll get those two and I'll start reading it. I heard only good things about it, and at some point when I get those volumes I'll probably do an impression. But if you want to hear more about it, check out Otaku's Mike's channel. I remember that he has a first impression on it on his channel. That's how I found out about it. Anyway, one moment. So this one is by Inyo Asano. It's his new story that is coming up right now, and this is volume 7 from Dead Demons of the Destruction. And let me see, this is how the art looks like. It's his typical art style. This has French flaps. The volume are kind of thin and kind of expensive, but as you can see, $15 for a thin with signature. But the build quality is really nice, and it's Inyo Asano. But to be honest, if you wait enough for this, you're gonna get it for really cheap on sale. And in this story, the Earth is attacked by some aliens, and some big alien ships are above some major cities in the Earth. But the story takes time after a while in a part in the timeline when people don't know exactly what's the next step, what's going to happen. Are they invaded? Are they not? Do they have to coexist with these aliens? Not. A lot of weird things in this one. And yeah, this is volume 7. One moment. I'm talking so much that my throat gets dry. Finally. So this series is getting, I don't know, I had the first 21 volumes for a couple of years now, and I just managed to get volume 22. And I don't think that this is the last one. I think that 2 more or something like that are still need to get out. And but I don't know, it wasn't on hiatus, or it just takes a lot of time to get printed. Let me get something, because this is seinen, and god, this series is so brutal. This series is incredibly brutal. And here we go. The art is quite great, very detailed. The fighting scenes are great. I've read a part of the stories until I decided to put it on hold until I get more, but it looks like it's gonna take a while, because oh my god, 22 after a couple of years, that's a lot. But basically what happens in this is people are starting to think about terraforming Mars, the same position in which we are right now, and they think about how they could do it. And one option was to actually warm that planet by sending a lot of cockroaches on that planet, making that planet full of cockroaches and some plants that will be food for those cockroaches. So send a lot of cockroaches to the planet. The planet will become darker because of their color, and black attracts more sun rays, and that way it will get warmer faster. Okay, what I didn't think about is that those cockroaches exposed to radiation, constant radiation, cosmic radiation, they may evolve, they may mutate. So they did. Some big monsters became from those little cockroaches, and right now people are trying to recapture Mars and they are fighting them, and they are, I don't know, putting some, as you can see on the cover, she has a bug, some bug antennas here. They are kind of mixing a bug DNA with their DNA in order to create some super soldiers that could fight those cockroaches. But it's quite violent, and the plot is quite interesting. I don't know. Check it out. Check it out. Let's see. And as I said before, I'm picking also some side stories from the Goblin Slayer. And this one is a brand new day. This is a set of side stories from the universe involving some side characters. So basically, this series is giving you more insight into the lives of some side characters that you meet in the main series. And this is volume 2. Almost done with the smaller ones, so just one more, and after that we can get into the big one. By the way, if you enjoy this manga haul, please consider subscribing, and if you're new to the channel, and leaving a like, because that's gonna help the channel a lot to grow, and it's also gonna help me to put up more content. Finally have it. To be honest, I didn't know if they were gonna put volume 2 out, because it wasn't announced until last year at the end. And this is Dementia 21 by Kago, Shintaro Kago, or how? And it's in a really nice, beautiful edition. It's not hardcover or anything, but the covers are thicker and it feels premium, quite premium, and it's put out by Fantagraphic Books. And this is something that's gonna be crazy, because let me find something that it's safe for the web, because this so you can see only from this couple of panels how crazy the mangaka is. So yeah, this mangaka is known for writing messed up things, crazy things, also involving some sexuality, but in a really weird way. And I finally have volume 2, and I can dive into this story, because this is something that I will love, and I'm so happy that I have it. And it came in quite a great condition. And by the way, I found it on sale, because the ones from Fantagraphic Books have the quality in it, because all of their books are nicer editions, but they tend to be quite expensive. Yeah, again, Dementia 21 by Kago, it's a good one. Not for children in any way. I think you have to be over 18 to dive into something like that. So, my last drop of juice before getting into this big one. And let's see what we have here. this is quite a big package. Quite a big package. I don't know how they got to send such a big package, but I like the packaging anyway. Damn, this looks like a really big haul, and I see some of the things that I was kind of hoping to get. So let's get to it. I'm gonna put it away for a while and finally have volume 1. So the volume 1 that I was talking about earlier from O Maidens in Your Savage Season, I finally have it. That means I can read it, and I'm really glad that I got it. Next, I have a couple of volumes from should be a couple of volumes, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, this is volume 3 from If I Could Reach You. This is another Yuri series that I tried out. I read the first volume a while ago. I got it in November or December, something like that, and it was quite good. Nothing to blow my mind, but not bad in order for me to drop it. I enjoyed it, so I picked up the rest of the volumes that are out. So as I said, this is a Yuri series. It's put out by Kodansha, and it's the story about this girl over here that is in love with his brother's wife, and they kind of live together. So it's kind of weird because she doesn't even understand how her feelings work and anything like that, because she kind of knows that she wants to be with her, but I don't know it yet, at least in what manner. And as you can imagine, it's quite a weird scenario when you're in love with your brother's wife. So yeah, I think that I'm gonna like this one. Here is the art, and after the first volume I said that I'm gonna stick with it, and I ordered, I think, volume 2 and 3. Those were the ones that were out, so hopefully volume 2 is also in this haul. And another volume from Kakegurui Twin. This is volume 2, and yeah, quite a nice cover. They always do those poses, and let me see if I can find the gambling face, because man, they do some really creepy faces while they are gambling. They look at that. I know, when I was watching the anime, it was like crazy freaky when they did those, because they get so much into it that they practically transform. Next one is a new series that is put out by Tokyopop, and I'm happy that they did it. I'm happy that they are putting up new stories in English, because Tokyopop was out of business in English for a while, and they kind of came back. And this is a horror stories. Parham Itan, I don't know how to pronounce this, Tales from the Beyond. So it's a horror series involving two high school students that kind of got involved a little bit more with the supernatural, and it kind of takes as a reference and as a source of inspiration some stories from H.P. Lovecraft, and I'm a fan of H.P. Lovecraft, and it's a new series by them that caught my eye because it's horror, and it also has H.P. Lovecraft, so I picked it up. I want to try it. Let me see if I can. Yeah, and the art looks quite good. Again, it doesn't seem to be something that blows your mind away, but good. Let me find another. So yeah, this will probably be one of my first reads because I'm quite interested to see if I like this or not. Expect an impression for this one. Next one, I finally got it, and I finally have Girlfriends, the complete collection, volume omnibus volume 1 and 2. And I wanted to pick this up for a while. Lately I've read a lot of Yuri and I kind of like that genre, and I think that Lightus and also the Manga Kid recommended this as a Yuri for beginners because it's quite innocent, and this is about two schoolgirls that started to hang with each other and they became friends, and over the time I guess that friendship evolves into something bigger than that. And yeah, this is highly recommended by a lot of people that read Yuri, and I finally managed to pick it up, and I can't wait to try it. So this is Girlfriends, the complete collection, volume 1 and 2. I think these are 5 volumes from the looks of it, 2 in 1 and 3 in 1. Running out of space. And in that crazy sale that was on Book Depository, that random sale, I was able to pick volume 19 and 21 from Batum. Right now I'm missing only 3 volumes or 4, and hopefully I'm gonna get those soon, because from what I read, and I read almost most than half of the series over what was animated, because this also has an anime series, but the anime only got until less than half of the series, and we never got some information about a second season, and I hope that someday we will get a second season because the anime was great. Let me get some. Here it is, some art. And yeah, this is a really brutal series. It kind of resembles Battle Royale because it's the same principle. A bunch of a bunch of humans are sent, of people are sent to a deserted island, and each one of them got some food, some water, and some things that are practically bombs. So those are the only tools that you are allowed to use, that people are not allowed, but that those are the only weapons that they have in order to fight. And in order to get out of that island, and also to win a really big prize, you don't have to kill anyone, you just have to get a specific number of tags. So each person has a tag on their hand, and if you get, I don't remember, 10 or 15 tags, you are allowed to get out of the island, and you also receive a couple of million yen and all of that good stuff. But the thing is, in order to take a tag from a person, you'll have to kill him, and also those tags are working as a kind of a radar or something like that. So it was full of action, really well drawn, the story is good, and I loved the series so far, and I can't wait to have it all, because the series has 2 endings, I think. One just came out and the other one is on pre-order, so pretty soon I'm gonna be able to finish this, and I'm excited for that. Hopefully I'll get the chance to grab a sale on it. Next one, it's volume 2 from Frau Faust. I think I'm still missing 1 volume to complete this series. It's only a 5-volume series, if I remember correctly, from the same mangaka that does The Ancient Magus Bride. so it kind of has that similar vibe to it. And the art is quite great. It's that kind of story, and practically you go along with this character that it's called Johanna Faust. So Dr. Faust was a woman, and she goes through the world in order to collect pieces from her beloved that is a demon, and she picks up a guy along the way to help her as an apprentice. So pretty interesting, just missing one volume until I have it complete. And I don't remember if that one is in this haul, to be honest. Yeah, it is in this haul. Finally I have it complete. So this is volume 3. Quite beautiful covers. Quite beautiful covers on this series, to be honest. Also Ancient Magus Bride has beautiful covers. Okay, let's move further. Volume 10 from Tool of Root Darkness. This is the sequel to the main series that's called only Tool of Root. The main series is out in English. The last omnibus was released recently. This is a really ecchi series, as you can see from the cover. And I heard that Darkness is even etchier than Tool of Rue, but it's also really funny, and yeah, I'm picking it up. I know that I'm gonna like it because I enjoy this kind of funny series that are also ecchi, and ecchi not in a way that, I don't know, as hentai or something like that, but ecchi in a way that you're gonna have a lot of laughs about it. Next one, it's volume 2 from If I Could Reach You. It's quite a beautiful cover, quite a beautiful gaze. This is practically the wife that I was talking about. Let me get volume 3, and it looks like it's a little bit bent over there, but no problem at all. So yeah, I have right now volume 2 and 3, and that means that I can continue to read it. So yeah, happy about that. Next, Vinland Saga, a little bit bent also. I don't know how they could damage it with so much wrapping plastic. So this is omnibus 11 from Vinland Saga. Everyone knows about this series. It's quite popular. It's a Viking story that has religion, politics, war, all kinds of stuff in it, and it's quite amazing. It also has an anime out that is quite good. So if you don't know about Vinland Saga, just check it out, because it's something that you have to read. And I don't want to show any art. Believe me that the art is amazing. It's by the same guy that did Planet S. It's amazing, and I don't want to open it because I don't want to give spoilers from this one. Next one is something that I saw in a haul from God of Darkness, and this is Jaco, the Galactic Patrolman. I had no idea about this series. It's by the same guy that did Dragon Ball Z, and this is practically a story before Dragon Ball, if I remember correctly. And when I heard that, yeah, as you can see, this old guy over here, and when I heard that, I just had to pick it up. And this is the art. This is how it looks like, and quite a nice find. I had no idea about this one, and it's something that I know for sure that I want to have. Next one, I also managed to grab the first volume from Witch Hat Atelier. So damn, this every time, because I have volume 2, every time I open that volume 2, I'm mesmerized on how beautiful the art in this one is. This is about a world where magic exists, but only a couple of people are allowed to use it. And in order to use magic, you'll have to know a bunch of symbols, if I remember well. And normally you're not allowed to know about those symbols if you're not chosen, but somehow she gets to know those, and now she kind of gets tangled into everything. And yeah, I have high hopes for this one, and even if the story is bad with this art, I think I'll have fun just looking at it, even if the story is bad, to be honest. Happy to have it. And the last one in this haul, it's something that I was waiting for a long time to get out and to get it. This is Pleasure and Corruption, and as you can see from the cover art, this is something not suited for kids. It's not hentai or anything like that, but it's a story that involves a girl who's into bonding and bondage, and a guy who is kind of a peeping Tom, this guy over here, and a peeping Tom that likes to take picture of girls up their skirts. So one day he tries to do that to this girl and he gets caught, and he tells him that from now on he has to do anything that she wants. If not, she's gonna tell on him. So yeah, this seems really fucked up, really weird, and I have high hopes for this one. You don't get something like this each day, and most people that are reading it are kind of comparing it to something from Shuzo Oshimi, Inside Maris and stuff like that, and I'm a really big fan of Shuzo Oshimi. And yeah, people have these issues, and I want to read about them. And this is put out by Dempa. It has some really nice French flaps, and let me see if I can find something safe. Something safe. The art looks quite great. So yeah, this is how the art looks like. Believe me, it's better in the scenes that are more spicy, but can't wait to read it, and I'm happy that we're getting it in English. So yeah guys, that was my haul for the month of May. I don't know how many volumes were in this one, but as you can see, it's a pretty huge haul. Some sales were happening and I took advantage of each one of those, and I got some amazing series, new series in my collection. I also got to finish some of my series. Also got to add some new volumes in the ones that were ongoing, and I'm pretty happy with everything that I got. So I hope that you liked it. As I said before, if you liked it, leave a like. It helps a lot this channel. It lets me know if you like this content. Let me know what you thought about every one of these, or anything in particular manga related, in the comment sections of this video. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing if you want to stick with the rest of us in this journey. And yeah, again, hope that you like it. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next video. And until then, go read some manga. Bye bye.